In the spirit of the celebration from Enterprise Television, we wish every Nigerian Eid Malud. Good morning and welcome to Enterprise Friday on Enterprise Television. I am Kende Bodering.
And I am Henry.
All right, okay, it's the start of a new day and we are glad to have you on the show. We will kick off with today's newspaper review before diving into the main conversation of the day. Trust me, you don't want to miss a moment. You can join the conversation by dropping your comments, liking and following us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV 7. Now joining us to share the matters at hand is Barrister Ola Daniels. He's a barrister and a public affairs analyst. You're welcome, sir. It's good to have you with us.
Good morning to you, Barrister. Good morning. Thank you so very much for your time.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Thank you
you're
so
welcome.
very much for your time.
Yeah.
So let's kickstart today, interestingly, with the first daily on our desk. And we have the Guardian newspaper. Big story, how bias for sports entertainment reinforces school NASCAM myth.
We also have Tinubu embarks on 10-day working vacation in Europe.
Police summons El Rufai, ADC leaders for alleged conspiracy.
Very true. We have 80 million Nigerian youth jobless, 1,500 schools shut in 2 years, says report.
And also retired soldiers protest lacks merit. DHQ insists.
We have WHO, AU tax Nigeria on 200 declaration, 20% public health spending.
All right, so let's get to the talking point for today. Barrister, let's take a look at this interesting story because it's the newest of them all. Tinubu embarks on a 10-day working vacation in Europe. At a time when he just said that allegedly he had made the target since August of this year, and which means Nigeria is doing fine. Then if Nigeria is doing fine, why would our president leave a country of over 230 million people, despite all the great things that we have, great locations, he has multiple houses, leave that to another man's country that has presidents that do not even come to Nigeria? What's your take on this?
Well, Mr. President has a right to be anywhere, and I'm not in the office, I'm not in the cabinet, I do not work with him, I'm not the chief of staff, so I don't know his itinerary and I don't know the reason why he embarks on most of this journey. Well, he has told us many times that it's about investment, that he's trying to woo the investors, as in other nations, to invest in Nigeria and to come and partnership with us. Well, over time, that is what he has said. However, my question is, since Mr. President has been traveling to some of these countries, what has this journey so far brought to Nigeria economically? Because if I calculate how much is being expended on each journey, on all the journeys made so far, then I try to compare it to what has been brought in as an investment. They are way too. In fact, what they are brought in is nothing compared to what they have spent in going out. Yes, we accept. You use money to look for money. You spend money to get money. But then, when you now look at it side by side, you weigh it, and you can't see any reason why you should lose so much to bring in little. That doesn't make sense. That is what some of us feel. It doesn't make sense. Mr. President should really sit down and ask, some of these trips, are they necessary? What result have they yielded? What they have spent so far, comparing it with what they have brought in, is it commiserable? Because, see, it doesn't... Look, and again, Mr. President just came back from a trip. And the next thing is out. I don't know if he has spent up to a month.
No, he didn't.
Good.
He just came back from Brazil and
Japan,
just
Brazil,
last
and
2, 3, 4 days ago.
And now you're out. Like I said earlier, I'm not in the itinerary. I don't know why he's making some of these trips. But it's too costly, it's too expensive for our nation. This is part of waste of money. Okay. In fact, it's not even limited to that. I saw the departure of Mr. President, and I felt, what is happening here? Mr. Governor of Lagos State was in Abuja just to wave at Mr. President. Leaving. Now there's a cost. It's not his personal money he has spent to travel from Lagos to Abuja. The other governor too was there. Hope was there. And even this wonderful special advisor on security, Madam Ribali. And I ask, wait, is this Owambe president we have? I don't really understand, or I mean, all these things they do, all these games they play. Are we serious? Really, are we? Must all these shenanigans be there all the time? Now you're going out. It's not your personal money you're spending. You're spending our money. So all these costs, is it commensurable to what you have brought in? Let us ask. And if you are saying that yes, we have reached what is it called now? Revenue target for the year. Oh wow, fine and good. Then tell me, if you go every trip you take, if you bring in millions of dollars, billions of dollars, trillions. Oh, I will tell you, please be moving. Bring briefs to us. But that is not the case here. I think Mr. President need to really sit down with the cabinet, and some things that are not necessary. I don't know if there are any president all over the world that travel the way my president travels at different times, than when they are telling us, okay, now what did they said is going for 10 days for what now?
For vacation.
For vacation,
yes.
Yeah.
Just to think about how he has led Nigeria. To brainstorm and
so
relax.
you cannot do that in Abuja, and you cannot do that in Lagos. Your own. You can look. Some of us, yes, we want to revive, want to go for a retreat, want to. But we can do that with them. You should be prudent. You are telling us to be patient. You are telling us that everything will be fine. You are telling us to manage, but you are not. Now, this man is going with number of people, and those people are going to earn esticles.
Very well.
Yeah.
Those people are going to, be put in some hotels or something, and they are going to, is our money they are spending. Only if we are sincere with ourselves and we consider others and we have the fear of God. Some of these, all these full-time journey won't be necessary.
Very true.
Because I don't see anything he's bringing to the table. Because so far he has traveled, he has gone to different places. I don't know what that has brought to us economically.
Unfortunately, Mr. Ola Daniels, lots of people might not agree with, especially those in the corridor of power, media jobbers who are paid monthly to support him. They might not agree with you. Imagine a Bayo Ononuga, sitting right here, or Daniel Bwala. They would give you more than enough reason why the president should be away. So the question is, how do we now manage all of these things, knowing the reality is before us?
And there's a saying, you're telling us to manage, you're telling us everything will be fine, but what we are seeing from your end is totally different from what you're so it doesn't matter what they say to me, or it doesn't matter what they say to Nigeria. Nigeria knows the truth. However, sometimes when you are in an office, or when you're in a particular place, we from outside may not see what is happening inside, because we are not there.
Not privileged.
Yes, but at least the minor things we can see as a people. We're not asking for too much, and I don't think Nigerians are asking for too much.
Very true.
They are not. Just
Basics.
Basics, yeah.
So they are not asking for too much. But when you are not doing that, Nigerian will speak, and it is their right. There's no how. If you are hungry, you will say you are hungry. if you're feeling any pain, you would speak out that you are feeling pain, so that you get people that will help you. Resolve whatever the problem. So it is every Nigerian right, which the provision, the Constitution has made, freedom of speech. They can talk. They have freedom of speech to speak. To say we are not satisfied. To say, Mr. President, this is not what you promised us. To say, government, you are not doing enough. To say, government, this is not what we need in this country.
Okay, that's a very good one from you, sir. So with all of this, or from all of these, should Nigerians, should you and I expect accountability reports from these so-called working vacation, even if it goes?
Yeah, most times, I think one of the major problems we have in this part of the world, we lack accountability. That is from the leaders and also from the people. We don't hold them accountable. So they know we just make noise and that is it. And don't forget also the route you want to go. For instance, if I want to seek some redress and I decide to go to court, and some people will look at me and you are not serious. You don't have work. Is this what you want to do? Or you get to the court and they say you lack local standing to even institute the action. Or they will tell you, oh, they are not serious. Or the judges being paid or being appointed among themselves because, look, we only said that there are 3 arms of government.
Yeah.
My opinion, this is my opinion.
Okay.
There is no independence with any arms. Executive still control all arms of government.
Very true.
Until we fix that, and some of us we have said that severally. We have told them, let's look at the Constitution. If it's so bad that we cannot repeal it, please, let's have another one and jettison this Constitution. Until that is happening, because of course, some of us, we are for rule of law. If the Constitution, if this is what it's saying, we have to follow whatever it's saying. We have to abide by whatever the Constitution. Until that is done, until there's an amendment or a new Constitution, there's nothing we can do as we speak. Because if they are not involved in the choice of the who becomes the judge, who becomes this, who becomes this, they will be independent. They are the one that releases money. They will say, oh, the money is independent. Yeah, that the money comes from directly from. The other day they talked about autonomy of local government, that the money should be coming to local government from the source, even when the Supreme Court gave judgment. Has it happened? So these are issues. So for accountability, it somehow is difficult because when we as a people we even ask, we don't get.
Okay.
They just and when they make noise, they will keep quiet. There are a number of people that are elderly to us, and they are stakeholders also, and they've been in this field and they've been talking. When they make noise, they will keep quiet. So, and maybe in few cases, you see them, okay, well, the noise is too much. People, let us look at this. When Mr. President came in, I know what he told us about, even when he's traveling, the government, it's too expensive, we will reduce this, we will reduce that. Have you seen him travel? Have you seen him even move around? Yes, I've said that a number of times. When he's moving in convoy, particularly locally, it's not only him. You have governors moving with him, you have ministers, they also have their, but that can also be managed. For instance, if you're a governor and you normally have 10 convoys or whatever that follows you, if you are going with Mr. President, you don't need that.
Those, yes.
Just maybe 1 or 2. You don't need that. If you're a minister and you have like 5 convoys, whatever, if you're going with Mr. President, you don't need that. In fact, all of you can even join in a particular vehicle. Your other vehicle can be whatever. That is what we call management. That is what we call people being intentional. But no, that 1 or 5 convoy want to bring this. So that is why you see all those numbers when people say, people see the convoy, they count and see the convoy of Mr. President. No, not only him. So all these people, so all of us, we're all involved in this.
Yes.
That we need to come and talk to our senses. Look, our people cannot even eat 2 square meters, to even talk of 3. Our people cannot even have good basic health care. Our people cannot even have good education because the private whatever has taken over. Check the universities. You see some people coming out from the university and you listen to them. And, wow, wonderful. So all sorts is happening. That average person in Nigeria, economically, what are you saying? Can this person survive? So there are things they need to do. They need to be accountable, and we also need to call them to accountability. We have to do that even if they are not doing it. But the question is, do we do? Everybody just turn away. Once you're okay, oh, well, you better leave these people alone. And then we turn it to God. Well, even when when they said that when there's no matter how hungry a lion is, cannot eat grass. And, you know, so we start using all sort of different stuff that no, even if it's bad, I will see my own. We console ourselves, you know, with those prayer points. But it should supposed to be.
It's actually very
sad. The basic, the average, let us have it. Then if you now want to pray, you work harder and all that, then you want to be multi-billionaire. But please, we are not saying you can't just be gallivanting up and down. You can't be showing, you can't be living in affluence and all that, and the people you are leading poor. No.
It's actually very, very sad. You know, one would have thought that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would be in one of those iconic leaders, you know, that in the future, in the next 20, 40, 50 years, you know, children, as at the time, you know, would say Nigeria.
Yes.
Actually, oh, sorry.
So can we make that quick, please?
Okay.
All right, I think it's actually quite unfortunate that at a time like this in Nigeria, you know, one would have thought that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu would have understood the intentions of Nigerians and possibly, you know, take advantage of the opportunity that he has, which I would love to believe he might not have again, you know, but unfortunately, you know, what we have today is a leader who has not really changed from leaders of the past. It's actually very sad. But let's take a look at this other matter, still from the same newspaper. And I'd love you have your take on this. How bias for sports entertainment reinforces school NASCAM meet. And that is because of this young lady who represented Nigeria somewhere in UK.
Yeah.
And in English, I would love to believe. She's from Yobe State. And when she came back home, she was gifted just 200,000 naira as against Nigerian Super Falcons, who equally represented Nigeria, and were gifted 100,000 US dollars.
Yeah.
And because of that, it's believed that we neglect school. Does it really make sense? Because both are not the same. Imagine every single Nigerian representing Nigeria in different places and coming to say, give us 100,000 US dollars. So is it fair for us to compare both?
Well, when you talk about comparing both, you're not out of place. However, what is good for the goods is also good for the candle.
Yeah.
Whether you speak English, whether you don't, well, look, you're in Nigeria. You're representing the country. And if you are, and if the government didn't fit that, okay, it is good to compensate our heroes or people that have done this great job, then it would be very unfair. Giving one $100,000 and another one 200,000 naira. That would be very, very unfair, irrespective of whether, okay, the person is educated or the person is enlightened. No. So we need to, we really need to be sincere with ourselves. And, you know, sometimes, for instance, maybe the 100,000 that was given was just, oh, the benevolence of Mr. President. Yeah. Okay, now people are making noise to see that, okay,
for photo ops.
Yeah. No, but these other ones, there was no much noise because the truth is I didn't follow that story. Okay. Yeah, but that other one was everywhere. So this wasn't. So perhaps maybe it was even the state or the local or whatever that gave the 200,000. I don't know where the 200,000 came from. So, having said that, I think the sport ministers should look into this. If you want to make it a new policy of the country to say, okay, wherever or among our people, we know that from time to time, and we remember that even the military era, whatever, they promise, they will give them house, they will give them, I remember the 1994 team, and some of them, they have not even given them the property. They promised them since 1994. So if you can't hold on to your words and you can't do those things as a government, then individual is not doing it. The next thing, you carry the individual to court. That, gentleman agreement. Yes, even if it's not written by white and black, but it's gentleman, then you go to court and you're dragging. Meanwhile, even the one that's supposed to show example, to say, okay, when we promise that we do this, has not done that. And also, let us know, let the minister meet with stakeholders and agree. Okay, everyone that represents Nigeria, or you want to put it on a cadre, best known to them, they can say, okay, maybe for football, for this, for, like different so people with sections. Know where they belong. Thank you. They know where they belong and they know, okay, this one, I do this, I represent the country and I make this country proud. I come home, this is what I get. On the football part, cricket, athletics, so they know. But not just that, we're talking about sport, encouraging and trying and boosting people's morale, in the country to really be involved and participate in this. Then you must know what you are doing, and you must have a kind of a settled table to say, okay, this is what we want to do, and not at your discretion at different times when it happens, because that also can discourage. people.
well.
Yeah, like the same. I'm sure people are on this and they are making it. You gave some people that. If I remember when the basketball, is it Tiger?
Yes.
When they came, when they finished, and Tiger. When they came and people were like, okay, so will you give them 100,000 too?
He did also.
Oh, he gave them $100,000.
Yes.
Oh,
each of them. Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I didn't follow that story. Okay, so they got 100,000.
Yeah, they also got 100,000.
Okay, now this has gone to do us proud too, whether he got the gold or not. She has gone to represent. Look, like I said, when people travel in this country, the minister, all of them, when they follow himself, they get Estaco, and they get it in dollars,
Yes.
not naira. So when we now have people putting all in serving the nation, in representing the nation, because that is service.
Yeah.
Yes.
That is service. The nation, then you should
Be
also
compensated.
consider them and compensate them well.
All right, let's just before we leave, do you have a question on that?
Okay, no, but I just, from what he said, I feel this story has to do with balance and being objective. Yes, so I think what she got was actually more of like I would not say like, well, it's part of my entitlement, but maybe next time, if we have like a story like this, you know, there should be more of objectivity in it, and also
Maybe we should change something now.
Okay.
From what you said, we can call it entitlement, because that particular word is not good for that. Look, do what you have to do. You want to represent the country, you get anything, you don't get it. The joy is making the country proud. So if anything then comes, well, it's not your entitlement. The 100,000 is not your entitlement.
Very well.
You know, but if the country, if we are now happy, we now say, okay, we are compensating him. It's not an entitlement, because when you say an entitlement, it's like I am working as a salary to earn my salary, then I have work and you have not paid me my salary. It's my entitlement. It's my salary.
Yes.
I have worked for it. And that is by the provision of the labor law and all that. So it's there.
That's true.
But this one, no.
Nobody forced you to
Thank
represent.
you.
You did
You-
out of your own
You choose
and
to
you choose to represent, and therefore,
no, it's not as if when
it
you're
comes
saying
or
that
it
okay,
doesn't
you'll
come.
be paid on the salary. If she was told you'll be paid on the salary, you can
the
talk about
difference.
entitlement. But right now, if it comes, it's a compensation.
Very true. All right, so let's take a look at another story. Retired soldiers protest lacks merit, and that's coming from DHQ, and of course, Christopher Musa, the CDS, is the one saying this at a time when every single fortnight we see insurgents, bandits kill our soldiers, gallant military soldiers. What it takes to train one of them is above the roof, but we see them being slaughtered now and then. Those who have escaped not being killed, not being mutilated, although some of them equally get mutilated and they retire, they say this is what we want. And the military active ones are saying that what they are protesting does not have any merit. Don't you think all of this would further discourage people from even serving in the Nigerian military?
First of all, let's make one thing clear. If you want to serve your nation, nothing should discourage you. Nothing should discourage you.
Even when there's an attached risk that is that means that the person you're representing doesn't even value you.
On your own. I'm going there.
Yes.
I'm going to get to that.
Okay.
But first off, on your own, nothing should discourage you to render service to your country. That is where patriotism sets in. You see in other clans, you see them, once you mention that country, they don't care. That is why you see some of them don't even answer to Mr. President. They sworn an oath to the Constitution. So the Constitution is the guy. To them, in fact, it is joy for them to even represent their country anywhere or to serve their country, and it's their obligation and their alliance is to the Constitution, not even an individual. But we are still working on our institution because we don't have institution yet. We have individual. Okay. So that is why whatever Mr. President says, he give directive, and if he has not given order, nobody moves, and nobody remember that. Look, I sworn to an oath under this Constitution. So that is why I'm saying any individual is patriotic to say this service to my nation. However, the people or is it CEO, is it Chief of Staff now who spoke or who spoke now?
It's coming from the Chief of Staff.
Yeah. Now, see, I said that while we were talking, I said, when you are eating, you don't talk. And when you are eating plantain, he will retire.
And join.
Shebi, nothing is wrong. No. You see, and he lacks merit. What they are doing lacks merit. He will retire and find himself there. And that is what they always forget. They always forget. Look, by the grace of God, I'm privileged to know a number of things about the military because I have loads of them. In fact, my church, maybe 80%. So I know. Welfare, I know. Zero. To now talk of pensions. A man, a family man, he dies in the course of his duty, national duty, during the war, or whatever, this Boko Haram, whatever. And not more than a month or two, you're already telling his family to evacuate, to leave the barracks. So where do they go? You have not even said to them. You have not paid them the entitlement. Whatever. You are telling them to leave. So this is happening in life. The other time, I'm sure there was one video everywhere on the food they were serving them, they were giving them and all that. So they cannot. And the truth is, there's so much for these people. So much that have been apportioned as from our resources. The money under the budget, everything given to them. Who are the people taking this money that's supposed to go to these soldiers? Now on pensions, how would I have said? These are our heroes. They have served the nation. Now this is their entitlement. Yes. Their pensions. Yet, they will have to go and kill. Some of them will even die in the course of getting their pensions. Why? And you, I'm not a religious person, and you expect God to forgive us, and you expect everything to be fine. No! Their blood cries. Because we are not doing the right thing. Some will take their money and go and put in a fixed account because they want to get whatever on it. Then the money they're supposed to pay, they're not paying them. Look, we have seen things. We can say a lot of things on national TV. But this is not good. So it's not just them. Almost in every sectors, they do that. Why will people work so hard? Like you said, some escape death because some died in the course of their duty. And yet those ones, in fact, some they amputated, some had their legs, hands. They cannot get what belongs to them. And you are saying whatever they are doing, their protest lacks merit. If they are satisfied, if you are doing what you're supposed to do, will there be any protest? Rather than you looking at the merit of their grievances or their protest, no. Because you cannot say otherwise, because you have cabal among and you know what you do. So you cannot say otherwise. So you have to come on national TV to say, no, it lacks merit. What they are doing. Because you are not one of them. Tomorrow, he will become one because he will retire. It's transcend. He will retire and he will join them. Then, when he joins them and is still the same, what is supposed to fix now? And that is what they don't understand. They're like somebody saying, oh, he's preparing to go to jail. So what he did was to get money to pour to the correctional centers. Yes. So please reform me because I am coming and all that. So he spent all the money. Yeah. So by the time they were sending him to jail, he has prepared himself for it.
So ACs and all.
Now, the time for you to prepare that, to fix the mess and create a system that works and that this will not happen again. You are speaking English. That it lacks merit. You will join. You will be there. It will happen. It will happen. Because I don't know why we are no conscience, no fear of God. It's about me, myself, and I. When I'm getting it at that time, I don't care about the next person. Whether you are comfortable or not, of course, the aura, the power, the money, everything, you are enjoying it. You don't care about others. So when the transition system happens and you move, another person takes over. You are now at the other side. Or FK, of course, maybe you'd have saw enough to take over, but it will still happen because some of them, you hear some AIG, you hear some of them retiring and some of them crying. Yeah. Even the soldiers, come, they're not doing us well. Then police did it. They did their own too. They had, issues. So soldiers, so it's everywhere. And what we are saying that this is not good for us. This is 65 years of our age. A 65-year-old person, I mean, should have, in fact, by that time, should be retired. To say, thank you. As if we are still struggling with pension, we are still struggling with entitlement, paying people what is due to them, we are still struggling taking care with the welfare of our people, then what are we doing? What are we doing? If we can't do it, then if the system is not working for us, maybe we should come back to the round table and what can work? What can we look at? We need a system that will work. And that is what we see almost everywhere, almost all sectors. Some things we can't say here.
Very true. We can go on and on. We can go on and on this. It's actually very sad, that these people who have staked their lives to protect national integrity and bring us together, are not really given what they should deserve. It's actually very sad. But I wish we would have gone through other stories, but for the want of time, we'll have to leave it at this point and just to let us know that Barrister is still here, to take us on our main conversation. That is when we return. Nigeria's problem rooted in lack of godly leadership, and that's coming from the former Vice President Osinbajo. In a beat, it's still Enterprise Friday.
We'll be right back.
Thank you so very much for being back. And if you just joined us, this is still Enterprise Friday, reaching you from Enterprise Television. Let's head straight to our main conversation for this morning. At the 80th birthday celebration of Bishop Mike Okonkwo in Lagos, former Vice President Professor Yemi Osinbajo attributed the unequal distribution of Nigeria's wealth to the moral failure of those entrusted with national resources, speaking on the topic church as a responsible pathfinder in attaining the Nigeria of our dreams. Osinbajo emphasized that many leaders lack godliness and view wealth accumulation as a source of personal fulfillment rather than a responsibility to serve others.
Citing the book of Acts, he highlighted the biblical principle of equitable distribution by spiritually guided individuals. Now, Osinbajo urged the Nigerian church to return to preaching values such as hard work, honesty, and integrity, principles that once transformed societies in Europe and America.
Very true. He equally stressed that expecting miracles without personal efforts is misguided, and that true religion lies in honest work and care for the less privileged. Other speakers, including Major General Ike Nwachukwu and Bishop Okonkwo, echoed the call for national reflection as Nigeria approaches 65 years of independence.
Okay, Nwachukwu challenged both citizens and leaders to evaluate the nation's progress, comparing Nigeria's stagnation in industrial development to Brazil's advancement. Bishop Okonkwo emphasized the importance of citizen participation in building a better nation, noting that his annual lectures serve as a platform to discuss national issues and encourage civic responsibility.
He equally called on Nigerians to play their part in creating a nation that reflects the aspiration of its founding fathers, emphasizing that collective action and concerns for the common good are key to national transformation. We still have with us Barrister Ola Daniels. Thank you so very much for hanging on.
Thank you.
Yes, so this is more like a crossover from where we were coming from, you know, where you did, of course, mention that intentional leadership is not the answer. And often, you know, like you equally had in your adage, you know, that when someone, you know, eating and beautiful,
doesn't say the truth.
Say the truth.
Yeah.
Now, Osinbajo is out of office. He's speaking what we all know and what is...
He's glaring already.
While he was there for 8 years. So, when can we get it right? Because we keep having this mistake over and over and over. By the grace of God, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu might finish up. Maybe if he crosses the next term and he's done, he will still come back again and tell us how that the next president has not been doing well. So when can we actually get it right and stop all this, you know, round mistakes that we keep making?
I laugh and my thoughts. I've traveled far. Yes, Mr. Former Vice President has a valid point. And what I say to people, because they were in the office, and a number of us will say, when you were there, what did you do? It doesn't stop them when they come out from office to say things they say. One, it is their right to speak. Two, like I said, they were eating, so they couldn't talk. Now, no more food, so they can open their mouth to talk. And again, when they say these things, it is better and it's the best for us is to deal with the issue and not wasting time on he does not lie in his mouth to say what he's saying. Which some people, that is when sometimes when the former President Ambassador talks, when some of them, you know, former President Jonathan, and people go, no, when you were there, I said, let them talk. Let us address the issue and leave the messenger. The message is what we should focus on. How do I mean? Because sometimes in that message, if we look at the message critically, analyze it, it can help us if we see the message and address it, as against getting distracted. And rather than dealing with the message, we are attacking the messenger. That is one. Two, what he has said is not far from the truth. And we can all see it. It's in the hands of the few. A few are benefiting, they are enjoying, while the majority, you know, are in abject poverty. And they don't even, nobody even, you know, some people cannot even tell you what tomorrow will bring to them. So they have used religion to tell us, oh, the Bible says thou shalt not be anxious or whatever, that, you know, think of whatever, that tomorrow will provide for itself.
Yeah.
And there was something he said that was profound, that the Europe, this religion that we carry,
on our heads,
those people, they were teachings of hard work, of integrity. But here is prosperity. That is most, I'm not saying a few churches are not teaching integrity, holiness. In fact, some people don't even, some churches don't even talk about work.
Yeah.
So and I say, so you mean people should just sleep in their house and miracle will just happen? Manners. This is Nigeria. This is not Israel, where manna, that time the history. No, but you don't get them to tell them the truth because of what they also want to get, and that is why Even in church, is there that integrity there? That is why if we want to do any business, and you introduce yourself to me as, if you put that name pastor, you have given me a red
flag.
It's a red flag. As a red flag, I'm saying, okay, how to deal with you. I am now more careful. The moment you tell me, pastor, I am more careful. Some allergy. I said, no. Please, let's do business, because you people don't even have the fear of God. It's that title you carry everywhere. You just love the title. So probably, and because we are wonderful people and there's a lot of primitive minds that you can relate with, that once you tell them, pastor, my Lord and my Savior. So that is to them. And that is why you don't get them to tell them those things in the Europe that, in fact, check most of the Europe country. The foundation is the biblical doctrines and teachings that have brought them to where they are. But here is the other way. So that's why I said that is profound. But then, how did our wealth, the commonwealth, how are they in the hands of a few people? It's not far-fetched. It's not too far from us. For instance, our economy is concentrated on only one source, which is the oil. Now, this oil, when you talk about employment, what is the percentage this so-called oil has given to employment in Nigeria? What is the percentage? Maybe 0.1 or something. Employment that he has given to the populace. So tell me, meanwhile, the few that are in charge of this oil, that are cashing out big time, we have the oil theft. Over years we've been on this. And government want to tell me they don't know the people that are stealing this oil.
It's actually very, very sad, because some of these things, when we look at them, when we look at them, sometimes we ask ourselves, how do we get, to the right place? And most of the time, it's actually, difficult to, note how we can get out of them, because the truth of the matter still remains that government has failed us desperately, and Nigerians are still asking themselves, how can they get to the nest, the bottom from here? And to make matters worse, our religious, ecosystem is equally not helping matters to some extent, because if you take a look at, like you said, when someone introduces themselves as a pastor, you're always very careful. There's lots of things that surround you at that particular point. So how bad is our religious ecosystem really dealing with our failure of getting it right in this country?
Before religions came, there were values. People believe in hard work. Hard work was yielding results, vis-a-vis education and all that. But religions took over, which is supposed to be better, rough. But one thing religion has done, the good thing it has done, is to have helped us to avert war.
Okay, how?
Okay,
Thank you. Because the religion's leader prevails on their congregation, and their congregation believes so much in their leaders, so they will tell them, God is our help.
Okay.
So meaning that you cannot say, government, we want it.
Okay, so no protest at
no
all.
protest. God is our help. Let's pray for our nation. Let's pray for our leaders, even when the leader doesn't care about us. So now, these are the things the religion tell us. Oh, let's fast for 100 days. Let's fast for 40 days. These are the things. So with that, we some things we cannot do. And you belong to the same assemblies, and again, if your assembly is misbehaving the government will say, see, what are you doing? You are the leader of this assembly. What are they doing? So that is what the religion has done. As in the good side, that he has really made Nigeria as in we've in Tunisia. What happened? What happened in Tunisia? When the what's it called started? What happened? Nothing compared to what is happening in Nigeria. Number of nations that have stood up, rose up to the task and I mean telling their government no. Not far, not even close to what is happening here. But that is why I said our religion has really helped to say, even the imam, the whatever, all of them, the traditional. So they will tell, no, let's just, God is our help. Let's hand every other back to God. Let's do this and all that. That is why even in the church, during the vote, you hear what they tell them. So that's help us to no, don't abuse your leaders. Don't do this. Don't ask questions. And all that. Because even in church, there's little you can do. You cannot ask pastor questions because they will tell you that how can you, God, you are fighting now, God will deal with you. God, they will now quote one scripture that will say, okay, Miriam did this to Moses, he got one punishment, so you too, if you talk to your pastor anyhow, God will deal with you. And so they shut everybody up. So religions has come as some like slavery, let me put it that way, the form of slavery to a lot of people that cannot think out of the box. And this has nothing to do with education. That's the truth.
Okay.
There are a lot of lettered people that you think, professors, this one should know better, but religions has done what? He has made all sorts on them. So that is the only good I would say religion has done. But the other part of it, like I said, do they make their people work or value and all that? Because there are some people, they come to pay tithe, you don't even know where they get that money from. They come to pay offering, you don't know where the money comes from. And because it's coming to the house of God, like you just that brother, in fact, what they will do, they will give him a special, in fact, that means if they don't give him an office, either a pastor or a deacon, because of what is bringing in and all that. So we see this in the church and in all the religions, whatever, you make somebody Baba Dini. How did the person arrive at Baba Dini? Because it's been dropping.
And nobody is questioning where they're getting these resources from. And which is why you see the proliferation of Yahoo, scam is all over the place because they all want to compete.
You see a lot of people, in quote, they are the rich, they are the wealthy people, and you don't even know how they come about that wealth. Whether they are painters or whether they are milking the people or whether they are another, but the wealth is accumulating and is accumulating. So what do you say? They come and they spend in church and they spend in mosques and they spend in all those places. Then the thing is you give them tithe too. Now tell me, isn't it? Let's even look at the politicians. Oh, somebody that has gone to prison, convicted. It comes out. They will go to church and do Thanksgiving. I don't have any issue with that. Thank God that you did not die. I mean, you came out. But then what you now see is, these same people, the way they praise them, these same people still control things. They are still the decision makers. These people still decide what happened in their states, in their terrain. People that are supposed to be somewhere, shame, not be able to talk. So that is what we celebrate in this part of the world. And of course they know us. And if that is what we celebrate in this part of the world, how will it be better? And like I always say, among us, our leaders are chosen. It means that whatever we see up there is a reflection of all of us. That means if you, myself, when we get there, who knows what we will do? So it's a reflection with the people you see up there. So that is why what we are seeing, we'll keep seeing it, and these people, they know how to dangle carrots. They enslave people with their money, the money they make from them. The money, thank God for the tax reform, and we hope that it will be implemented. Because when you look at it, when I say hope it to be implemented, we're talking about what's it called? Agency that will effect it and make it work. Not because we have all sort of laws in our country. Enforcement, zero. If it's enforced, maybe it will help also. Because, for instance, Lagos makes so much from the people. You don't even know. Lagos doesn't care whether the small business you're doing is you're even making anything or is generating. Their own is pay this, pay that. And if you don't pay, they shakara you come and seal, or they even pull the seal and all that. They don't care. They just want to make the money. So what do you expect? And when they make them, sometimes I can say, like I said, sometimes they make money, they milk people, and you wonder, because you will be wondering, a governor leaves office after 4 years. Let's even say with salary. Let's say the packages. Then the next thing you'll be hearing, we heard someone that 80 billion. And he pays school fees of his children ahead of time with some thousands of dollars, the money that belongs to the people. These are the people that are leaders. These are the people we are dealing with. So tell me, how will the money spread? How will the resources spread? It cannot spread. It will only be within those circles. It will be within those circles.
And Barrister, sorry to cut you short. It's quite interesting that you said this, and I love I bring up this story because the man under reference that you talked about, who had paid the school fees of his words, ahead of time, unfortunately, is being taken care of by the EFCC, who is allegedly run by a man who, quote unquote, is a pastor of a very popular church, who swore that he would rather retire than not to ensure that this man faces the wrath of the law. So the big question still remains: can we really get out of this maze, this conundrum, where people that would entrust would ensure that the right things are done, shortchange us, and we are left with nothing?
You see, that question, the answer to that question is dependent on us.
Who is us exactly?
We, the people of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. How do I mean? We vote them in. We collect that 2,000, we collect that biscuit, we collect that salt, we collect that pepper, and we vote them again. And they come to lie to us, and we celebrate them until when we say no, even for, let me also tell you, because of the system, that is why I said that constitution, we need to really look at it. You know why? For election, it talks about the party. So party make provision for the candidates. Now, the question again is there internal democracy in the party? When they have already decided this is the person we are presenting. So that is the party saying that. So what can you do? Then they will form one funny primaries just to fulfill all righteousness. Then form one funny primaries, and they say, oh yeah, they've done their primaries, and you are the candidate. Then they present you, and don't forget, maybe it's the party controlling the state. They know how they get their votes. The same people they will go and meet. Oh yeah, give us your vote. We will do this, we will do that, and all that. We are the people that receive votes then. Then when they get there, all of those 2,000 salt, pepper they are giving us, the first thing they want to take is all those money. Until when we stop collecting those pepper, salt, money, and we are not seeing them as our national cake, because the irony of the story is so foolish that I'm collecting 2,000 and I think it's my national cake. And if you see the people that sometimes collect some of this money, you will wonder what has happened to us. They are not people that are not lettered though. So don't even think they are the rural. No. So they do that. And they first take that money, then you now start taking now. The one that you are supposed to get, the service, the healthcare, the education, the welfare, the everything, nothing for you. Nothing. You are not getting what you are, because you had sold your birthright. You have sold your pottage. I'm using Saul and whatever. You sold it. Yeah. So they do whatever they want to do. Then we come and cry. We made them. If we say no, and we involve our people, and we know, and we hear from people. For instance, if I come out and I say I want to contest an election, do you think they'll feature me? Even the party. I was in one political party and had meetings there, and they were talking, and I said, no, this is not what you promised people. You should do this, you should do this. And the next thing they said, you don't belleful. You can say what you're saying. Please, I should just sit down and all that. No ideology. Now tell me, if I want to say I want to contest for anything under that party, first they want me to give them money, which I don't have to give them. So how will I get there?
So you actually use money to even buy.
Oh yeah, you have to spend. Then if I now say, okay, I get friends, association of friends, okay, they even bring money and all that. The money they brought or they are bringing, am I supposed to be giving you to go and eat, or we are supposed to use that money for our campaign? Because we're going to pay money for TV, we're going to pay money for print, media, we're going to pay money to do this, we're going to pay to put posters, to buy some maybe vehicles that will move us around. No! It's the one they want to eat. They want. So, I can't get there with that.
Okay.
And when the people in charge, and they see that, this one will not compromise. I have to step back at some point, because, this one, when anytime I get whatever, people are asking me, I say, are you sure I can work with you? My first office was legal aid. The first, whatever I work with, when I finished service, was Legal Aid Council of Nigeria. Yeah. I left. I worked with them for a while. There was a particular DG we had then. Uju Aishababa. She was really working hard. The moment they removed her, everything went bad. And the next thing, bureaucracy everywhere. You think they are not ready. They were not ready. People were, in fact, you see people plan against some individuals just because probably they have a serious standing in their local government, and they may not allow them to win election. You see them in prison for no just cause reason. So when those issues started, bureaucracy said, no, I cannot. I can't work with these people. So tell me, because the first question I asked them, are you sure? Because I will talk. When I see things that are not good, that are not right, I will speak. But they don't want that. They don't want that. They want someone that will be patching and be telling them, yeah, don't worry, you are doing well, when people are crying. No, I will not do that. Okay. That is why I meant it.
Okay, thank you, sir. So do you think national transformation, right, is possible without a cultural shift in how citizens view integrity and public service? I don't know if you got the question.
I got your message, and I'll paraphrase.
Okay.
Today, the wrong things, right? The wrong things of today are being seen as the right thing. I don't know if that capture.
I get that.
The youth of today. I was born in the 70s. Maybe late 70s. And we know what value was. We know what integrity was. We know our parents. Some things we cannot do is I. If my mom look at you, you get the message. You dare not. No, just look. But today, the same set of people that enjoy that, you know what we say? That those things were child abuse. So now today, these young people, they call them Gen Z. So they are growing up to see the wrong things as the norms, as the normal thing. You can see the problem. You can see that this is not, this is going to take, I don't know whether a long time, because we that had some trainings are not even trying. We are not even helping matters. We are not helping this. In those days, Yahoo, It's not as if in those days there were no
There were a little
fraud
bit of,
or
they
were
were
there.
getting,
But
Yes.
once people know
Pickpocket.
that was what you were doing, oh, you are an osu.
Jungle justice.
They will cast you. You cannot even come out to look. In those days, it is the whole community that trained a child.
very
Yes.
well.
Today, we go to our children's school to fight principal
But
for
discipline.
discipline our child. Today, we the same people that went through those training.
Yeah.
Today, we go to places, and in fact, somebody will talk to your child, and you will go and warn the person. Never in your life talk to my child like that.
But what happened to us then? Where did it
In fact,
change?
well,
See.
okay.
God bless our parents.
Amen.
The ones that have gone, the two they've gone. God bless them. God bless
their soul.
Yeah, their soul. Now, there's something they got from their own parents. So they transfer to us.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And even at that time, our time, maybe their own time, or maybe less of your when I say Yahoo, I mean the mail. Because
Yes.
Yahoo Messenger.
Yes.
You remember that was what we were
Okay.
using in
Yeah.
those days. Yahoo Messenger, nothing like
Yeah,
all
the
this
means of
social media has
communication,
never
yeah.
come up and all that. And don't forget our parent travels. Because some of the things we enjoy today were already in some parts of the countries that they were using it. And our parent travels. They see some of those things. But when they still come home, it never changes them from those values. The core value they maintain, and they still train us, and they still tell us what, and we see them. That is another one. We see them. It's not just what they are telling us, but we see the way they live their lives. So that molded us. That formed us. So when we grow up, we know, yeah, this set of people. But don't forget, even among us, it's not as if there are no Yahoo among us that started in their own time. There were Baba and all that, the fraudsters and all that. No, it's not. But what is the percentage compared to what we have today? Now, the norms now is soft life. They call it soft life. That they want soft life. They don't want to walk. There's this my little girl that got whatever in Deloitte. That work is too much, I want soft life. You want soft life? You will walk. You will stay there. You will walk. Don't worry. There, you will see the soft life. So that is what are they saying? What are they saying? Most time my children, they will come. They will see me on the system, or they one thing. I'm just like, do you rest at all? I said, well, I'll find time to rest. Like that. Now, to them, I'm molding them. That is what they are seeing. But what you see with our own is the one that has money. Even the girls now, if you don't drive cars, who are you? And the next thing, your papa no get iPhone. Your mama no get, they never even chop 1, 2. Then you want to use iPhone 16. Now one boy, because he got one free money through fraud, get that, because nobody will work hard for his money and will buy one girl in next few days iPhone 16. Where will he get the money from? Even if he has the money, he work hard for that money. But because they see all those fraudulent money, so they spend now. They see these things, and they feel that is life. So the value died with us. And who killed the value? Most of us, this generation, kill that value of the ones coming. And my brother, my sister, why I said I don't have an answer to it is because generations coming are getting worse. I told you they're seeing the wrong thing as a right thing. They're living their life this way, and they don't see any reason. You can't even. In fact, one teenager will call you by name, and the way she or he will speak to you, and you ask yourself, hello, where am I? You know, and you wonder. And then, in fact, some of them say, no, the world has changed, the world is evolving, you know, the world is moving, you know, all these children, you know, they cannot be like. And that is what we say. There was a child that interrupted me and a father, and you were talking and no excuse, nothing. It just came in between, and I, you know, spank out. Oh, can't you sit here? Move. Guess what the father said? The father is even older than me. Older than me. The father said, oh, the Lord, leave them. See, it's their time. These generations, they have changed and all that. It's not like us. Jesus. Is that what you will say? So weird. Tell me, how would that girl learn that what I have done is wrong?
Now, with this fear, what will the future look like? Because given what Osinbajo has just said, how that we do not honor integrity any longer, and we misuse what we have, given what you have said, considering this generation of young ones growing, what will the future look like then?
The future, I cannot say. I only pray that there will be a turn, because as we hear, when we talk about the future, as we speak, integrity, whatnot that we are talking about, some of us, even today, you know why it cannot work? It's because of this me, myself, and I. When me and friends will talk and why can't we, okay, there was something we were doing one time, and what I was looking at is the need of the people. How do we fix this? Guess what my people said? Please, it's how to make money. I don't care about what they think. Now, you can see value, you can see integrity.
Yeah.
So now tell me, these new ones that even have nothing. So it's about what they can get. I was in court one day. There's this young men, there were 3, 18, 20, 23 or something. They all number of the evidence they brought, they had Range Rovers.
Okay.
And the Range Rovers, what's it called? They had 2 Ghana must go. In one Ghana must go cash. In one body parts. Ooh. Now what they do? They drive and all these girls they like to They up into the car and they take them away, and that is it. They kill them. And I mean, it has gone that bad. 18, 20, 23. So I don't know how that matter ended, because I just stumbled on it in court that they were there and it was a criminal matter. I mean, tell me where today and the generations. I don't know whether we have to wait for number of generations to come. Maybe our own parents that have died, their own generation that will now come back. Maybe they will now come and fix the mess. I say no. When we came like in that time, this is where we are. So we want to retain that. Yeah. Maybe, but now, what is happening today? Even when you see some parents, you see that there are a number of parents. You say they are disciplined parents. By the time you check their children, maybe at home they'll be doing the oli, but outside, go and check what they do. Maybe a few of these children, please. So I'm not writing off all Gen Z.
Yes.
I have seen a few beautiful, wonderful. Yeah. In fact, I had to ask. This one not Gen Z. This one came from that generation that you came back.
You can differentiate
the
them.
way they were. Very young person, but very hardworking. It was about work. Wasn't doing guys. I said, this is a good one, and respectful. As in the way she talks, I know. Okay, so we still have you people among the. So I'm not writing off all of them. We still have beautiful ones, maybe still from a good home, and some parents are still doing well. But majority. So now back to the integrity and the core value of the nation moving forward. Now, some of them, do you know that the people that are stealing in government today are nothing compared to the people that are waiting to steal?
Whoa.
I hear what people say now. I've just told you it's about me, myself, and I. So people that are waiting to steal, and they are only waiting to get in, to go and get whatever they can get. The power, the money, everything. Not because they want to serve the people. Even the current ones that are there today, maybe a few. Majority is about the aura, the power, the aura that follows the power, the money, everything they can get. And get well for their children, generations to come, and all those things, and all the name and everything, all the paparazzi that goes with it. That is it. For the people, That's the least they are thinking about. You don't want, I've been in some meetings, you don't want to know what some of these people discuss. So those are the people we have in positions, in leaderships. You now see the issue, you now see the problem, you now see how it's difficult for me to give an answer to how things will work.
In the future. Wow, it's actually very sad reality that we're living in right now. And further, our current leaders, they exacerbate this problem and make it even worse, because we would have thought that the crop of leaders that we have would have a way of correcting this so that the future, would learn from it, and maybe a better place we would have. But that is not what we're seeing right now. We hope for better days, and I continue to believe that things will be better.
Maybe I should quickly say,
please do.
When Mr. President was campaigning, he told us that what was the government, the current government then, the former government, he said, what were they looking when dollars moved from
from 200
to 800?
Yes.
He said that.
Yes.
I heard that audibly. Now you came in. Dollar moved from 7 something, because those ones let it at 700.
Yeah, 700.
Now it moved to 16. It moved to 17, 18, going to 2000. Thank God now that, well, maybe the policy is working to now make it a bit stable at 15 something. So what were you looking at, Mr. President? I didn't say it. You said, what were they looking at? The dollar came to 800. So, Mr. President, it is your turn. You are there. What are you looking at? What has happened? What is wrong that you think need to be fixed? Mr. President, look into it. People are hungry, because this has gone on every sectors. People are hungry. It's only a few that are milking these people. The people of Nigeria, a few people are milking them because they are making money from this forex that we are talking about. Please, Mr. President, do something about it.
Definitely, he should do something about it, and we sincerely hope that that will be done now, not when he gets off the office and he begins to join the bandwagon of those that will say he hopes that things will be better, when he had the opportunity of making it better. Thank you so very much, Barrister, for being here. Truly do appreciate your time and everything you have said today. People, that's just about the time we have. We truly hope for better days, for a better Nigeria, for Nigeria where every Nigerian, both at home and in the diaspora, would have reasons to be happy, because truly Nigeria is a better place. But that would only happen when we have intentional leaders who are there to do the right thing.
Definitely.
Thank you so very much once more. Please do well to visit us. If you may, you can find us at enterprisetvnews.com. You may equally like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV7. I am Henry Igwebike.
And I am Kendi Bodrum.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.